Hello, hope you guys are doing good, and someone very special uploaded an apology today. If you don't know who I'm talking about, let me recap. So yesterday I made this video on this girl called Filmsbyhannah, and she basically just did all this bad stuff, but I looked back at her channel, and she got her banned account back, everyone clap, and she made an apology, so I kind of just wanted to review that today. Probably going to be a short video, but hey, it's something to post, isn't it? So let's do it. That the apology video will probably randomly cut sometimes. I did screen record this and distracted it and made it worse. So if it's weird, then just don't mind it. It would have been worse. Enjoy.
I wanted to come on here and apologize for all the previous videos on my channel, and I'm going to be honest, I do have some notes and bullet points here that I'm going to be reading off of, so that's why I might be looking down here. Even though I genuinely did not believe what I was saying, I see how incredibly irresponsible it was for me to think that people, especially kids, were not going to repeat the things I was saying. Not only could other people use what I was saying to further harm other people, but anyone clicking on the video could be seriously hurt by the things I was saying.
So far, this apology already seems like she just wants to get her fans back. It doesn't even sound genuine right now at this point. Honestly, I may just be a hater, but it doesn't really sound good right now. We'll see what happens.
Since I said and posted these things, sincerely believing that it was rage bait, I failed to realize the lasting effects that it could have on other people. I recently took all these videos down, knowing that it's not going to make it right or cover anything up. I really just wanted to make sure no one else was watching these and taking inspiration from what I was saying.
Maybe instead of doing this now, after Steak basically exposed you, you could have done that a long time ago. This apology just seems like she saw Steak stream, which if you didn't, it's amazing, go check it out. And then she was like, yeah, let me make an apology and just, cover for everything. Cover. Come on, girly.
Also to mention, I clearly did not deserve any of the money, views, or attention I was getting from them.
I mean, you got something correct.
It may come as a shock to many of you, but for a little while, I've always had the idea in the back of my mind that I needed to tone down what I was saying. I started a family channel to try and slowly transition out of what I was saying, but I let my selfishness and my ego get in the way. I was getting pretty good views, and I had people who genuinely supported the content, which made it really hard for me to step away when it shouldn't have.
Even if you got a bunch of fans, doing this content is not worth 52.4K. Listen, if you had a lot of subscribers, then and you kept doing this, it would have made just a tiny bit more sense. But you're not doing this for many people, so even if you didn't want to step back because you had that many fans, it's still not worth it, and it's not even okay to do. I don't get the idea of you doing it in the first place. It just doesn't make sense to me. If you could comment and explain that would be nice, but I don't get it.
There were two big things that made me really reflect on what I was saying. I had a Discord server and quickly realized how my viewers were treating each other, especially if they had differing opinions. They would repeat things I said to insult each other in a harmful manner. When I would ban them or give them a warning, everyone would point out how I said the same things on camera, and they should be allowed to as well.
That's also another problem, and you banning them is honestly, it's a good idea. But also, when you're influencing kids, it's not okay. I know, obviously, you mentioned that, in your apology, because they were oh, but you say it too. I completely get that, but it's you shouldn't have been doing this in the first place if you knew kids were probably gonna see this. Because if you knew kids were gonna, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't have done it.
Led to people saying extremely horrible things, which I of course removed as soon as I could, but it made me truly realize how much of an impact I was making on these people. The second event that led me to this shift in mindset was when a popular YouTuber made a live stream calling me out for this behavior. As I watched it and read the live chat, as well as comments on my channel, instead of taking my usual route and getting defensive or not taking the time to listen, I made sure to fully watch what he was saying and think about it.
So you weren't even thinking of doing it in the first place. All of a sudden you saw Steak stream, and then you were oh, now I should make an apology. I get apologies, but you did it after all that. That doesn't make me feel that you were genuine, because you literally saw Steak stream and knew you had to apologize. It's just crazy to me, honestly.
This occurred so close to the Discord incident, it was really my pushing point and made me realize I needed to step away from my selfish desires. I'd like to bring this up so you can see my perspective and what was stopping me from changing. I am by no means using this as an excuse or justification, however I think it's important you see insight on what was going on in my mind and why I was unable to change. I have autism, my brain works differently from people that don't have it. One thing I personally struggle with constantly is the ability to empathize with other people and see where they're coming from.
That is something I can actually kind of relate to and see why it would be one of the reasons you kind of did this or something. I'm not trying to be rude in any way, but as someone who knows someone with that, like, autism, and who used to be, and I used to be, like, autistic, I get where you're coming from, and that I can't attack you for anything.
Since I typically have a hard time understanding things, when someone explains how what I said made them feel a certain way, I can be very closed-minded and defensive. Instead of realizing it's an issue within myself, I get upset and retaliate. Whether that's by being condescending, or in this case, making my content progressively worse to double down. I know that about myself, but still in the moment when I'm processing an emotion intensely, it's very easy to react without thinking until it's too late. I wanted to get this apology. You can see me reading. It's very hard for me to process my thoughts in an organized manner, so this was the best way I could get it across. However, I will be taking a break to reflect on my actions and learn how to control my emotions in the future. Obviously, I am not in therapy, as that is apparent. At this moment, I'm aware of at least one other channel pretending to be me, and I do not condone anything they are saying or posting. But to wrap this up, in reality, nothing I said means anything unless change comes along with it. Going forward, I promise to be a good influence and seriously think through what I'm saying before posting it. No more offensive jokes, rude comments, or even cursing. I realize no matter what I say and who I intend to see it, there's kids that'll always stumble across it. And I want to make sure my channel is a safe environment for everyone and no one feels hurt. I want to thank all the friends that I've had that have called out this behavior, and I want to apologize for when I got upset at you for saying it. I'm so sorry it took this long to make a change, but I've learned a lot and I'll do whatever I can to make sure this never happens again. I'm grateful that I was never too popular, but I'm saddened anyone had to see it in the first place. I'm sorry.
Honestly, this is not a bad apology at all. I understand where she's coming through, though. Right after the 6th stream, it was posted, and I already made my video and stuff. I'm not saying that she probably saw it. Obviously, her fake fan account was me and my friends are laughing. That kind of got me mad. But yeah, what I'm trying to go for is it was not bad. I do give her a second chance. Hopefully she improves. That's all I'm really going to talk about right now. Bye.